When I get scared, I just remind myself that life is either a grand adventure or nothing. And it definitely won't be boring.
Okay.
Welcome to another day at the Knorpps, huh, Jude?
Yeah.
Where are we?
At our old cousin's house.
Our old cousin's house. Our little house in town that our cousins stayed in when they were moving here. And we are going to move in just a few weeks. So I am painting the ceilings, Mike is putting the doors back on, and my mom is helping right now filling in the holes and things, and then we're gonna paint all of the walls.
And I'm gonna help.
You're gonna help?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So it's an overcast day. It's pretty cool in the house. Not cold. I'm saying cooler than outside. But yeah, so we're gonna get started. Ceiling painting is like the worst thing on the planet, but it needs to be done. What was that? Okay, I'll bring back the hammer and I'll bring back some water. Oh, okay. So it's slow going. Mike really needs to go work on some things back at our other house. And so he left with Jude. And I am going to head out to grab some lunch. It's 1 o'clock. My mom wants to stay. And also that way she's doing the spackling. I'll show you. She's filling all the thousands of holes. And
I like to do this. It's like doing my makeup.
yeah. Poor filler. So she's doing that, and that'll need to dry anyways. And so she's done it in here already. And then I'm gonna be able to come back and put the primer on because it's cheaper, and then we'll roll the color on. As for how I'm feeling about it all, I mean, I absolutely, you know, at like 11 o'clock at night or after, I think we're crazy. But every adventure we've gone on has felt like that in the time leading up to it, especially when you're tired. So, and the closer you get, the crazier you feel. So like by like 7 or 8 o'clock at night, you're just like, oh my gosh. But because I've experienced that before, I don't feel quite as nervous. And you know, the Knorpps are adventurers. We've stayed in tiny apartments in New York City, super tiny, sharing 1 bathroom, 1 toilet with all 11 of us. This at least has 2 bathrooms and only 9 of us will be here. We've stayed in little cottages in Ireland. We lived in a, you know what, 300 square foot RV with 11 of us. And the thing is, when you do that, you, of course at first, it's so different that it's like stressful and overwhelming, but people are dynamic and you can get used to pretty much anything. And what this affords us is the chance to not have to pay double and to just work on it slowly by ourselves without also having to then pay a contractor a ton of money. And we like that. We like to do it ourselves anyways, and no contractor wanted to let us do that. So when I get scared, I just remind myself that life is either a grand adventure or nothing. And it definitely won't be boring. And it'll definitely let us all have the opportunity to learn new skills and stuff. So I also looked up, did I tell you guys? I looked up like the average square footage of a house in the United States around 1900, and it was like 1,000 square feet. And you know, most people had a lot of kids back then. 5 to 7 was the average or something. So people didn't expect the things they had now, and they were happy. I know that sometimes people comment on our videos, and I'm assuming they're teenagers, that they feel so sorry for our kids when they're sharing a bedroom. And I think that's just so strange. If you want to talk about, you know, privilege, that's definitely definitely that's a strange way of seeing the world, and we don't feel that way. We've always shared. I shared growing up, Mike shared growing up, and we liked it. You're not alone in your bedroom. You get to have a friend there all the time to talk to and stuff. So anyways, I'm excited though. I don't know how, I know that I wouldn't be feeling the way I feel if we hadn't had the warehouse that's around the corner. Hey, real quick, just editing the video and realized that we never updated you guys that we did get the warehouse that's around the corner from our house. So that lifted a huge burden and made it possible for us to not have to get rid of anything or put anything in storage, and also have somewhere to keep working on things and have our kids' workspaces over there, because a lot of them have big bedrooms here and have it in their bedroom. But it's probably best that they don't, because they're working with stuff that, you know, maybe they should just have in a space that can get messy anyway. So we've always dreamed as a family of having a space like that we could all be working on projects together with. So pretty excited. So I'm now going to let you get back to our regularly scheduled video, but I realized we never actually told you guys that officially, because then I'd have to be storing stuff and we wouldn't have a space to do certain things, and I wouldn't know how we were going to figure that out. And there's certain things that we needed a space for immediately, our tools, our workshop, that sort of thing. And so without the warehouse, I don't know if I could really be doing this. Just mentally, it would be like, I don't know. But I guess I did move forward without it and thought, we'll figure it out. And definitely, I have to do that a lot. During times like this, and I have friends who do big things that are scary, and I know they do the same. You just ignore yourself a little bit and just move forward and don't think about it. So if you just sit there and think about things you can't even answer, like how will we handle only having one shower, you know, for a little while, because we can install a shower pretty soon, but like how will we handle it? Like what if it's so hard? I actually don't know how we'll handle it. So what's the point in just like hashing over it over and over again in my mind? And so it's like, I don't know, we will though. I mean, people have done a lot harder things. We had one shower in the RV, so. And then if there's anything that's just like no, we can't handle it, that will be the first thing we take care of, you know? And we'll know very quickly what's the most important to us, whether it's moving walls, whether it's new cabinets, whether it's the extra shower. So I like it that way. Travel keeps you engaged in life. It keeps you interested every day, and so do projects like this. And I like living that way. Our whole family likes living that way. It feels, after you've lived that way, it's kind of hard to go back to a life that feels so boring and you feel kind of directionless. So, and I'm also always surprised when people comment like about how we're changing and how we have a new plan, and I think, have you not? When you came on, we were living in an RV to travel the country with all of us in a little tiny space, and then we went to Europe, and then we went to Utah, and then we came here, and like, I guess I'm a little bit like, well, you don't know by now. The only thing you can expect from us is changes. So, yeah, and hopefully happiness and love and stuff like that, but you shouldn't be surprised. And if you are uncomfortable with that, I just think, why spend your time here? Because we're just going to keep doing, it's going to be more of that. So there's lots of YouTube channels that show really beautiful homes where people are going to, you know, I don't know. So now I'm going to head home. I'm going to make some lunch and then head on back. Okay, I'm back at the house. And luckily it's not too hot out. But the nice thing about this house is it's tiny. It has that window unit, air conditioning, and it's covered, it's in shade. Like, this is north, and there's no direct sun from any side, so that's pretty great. It keeps it cool, but these rooms are still pretty warm, and for sleeping, that wouldn't be comfortable, so I think we're gonna have to get a window unit for each room, put some air conditioning. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. My mom's been here working, just brought her lunch. Now I am going to, I don't know, there's so many things to do. I gotta my brain's kind of scrambled. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. Do I cut in on the ceiling and keep working on the ceiling paint? Probably, because the filler still needs to dry and the ceiling still needs to be painted. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. Okay, my mom And I got everything primed that needs to be primed. My mom even started trying out our wall paint. This is it right here. It's a real, I got flat, you guys. I know that you're not supposed to do that, but I Googled it because I like the idea of flat, and they said it's just as easy to clean. My mom said it's great because if you do a touch-up, like it doesn't show because the sheens, you know, when you have, anyways. Look at all those holes. Can you believe it? My mom came in here and filled them all. I don't think they've ever filled holes in this wall. They must have maybe had a bunch of posters or, you know, like a teen bedroom sort of idea. So that's it. We will be moving our bedroom door to here eventually, into the master, and getting rid of this wall so that, and all of those walls, so it's all open. But for now, it'll be a lot brighter and a lot cleaner and fresher with this paint. And then we can just start chipping away and making it into the home that we want. So that's great. What my mom was saying about the flat paint is that she's been surprised at like how much better it is, because I don't know if you've ever noticed when you go back to just like fill a spot and then you paint it, you know, like you get a hole, that when you have like the paints with some sheen in them, it never really matches. But she said with the flat paint, it totally does, because it doesn't catch the light, the difference in texture, and so the walls look very smooth. And we definitely need that in here because the walls are old and have lots of damage, and so it will hide a lot of that because it doesn't have any bump on a paint with sheen in it is going to catch some light. And people said they clean just as well as long as you don't have a cheap paint. So I think we're good. We're going to go home, and I don't know if Mike and I will come back tonight or not, but we probably need to because we have a lot to get done.
We're back at the house. Megan is now getting this thing finished up because we need to, so we can get it in the shop.
Just saying.
What's that?
It's activities like these that curse words are invented for.
He's putting wallpaper inside this, and that is not an easy task, apparently.
Because you gotta, yeah, it's
It's hard to keep it straight.
But it's very pretty, so.
Super pretty. I've been here working on stuff related to moving or preparing to move. I think it's time to pack up some more boxes, or, well, boxes, but more books. These shelves need to be packed up, so the books are gonna be the first thing to go. These two are resting on the couch, which is super fun. What have you guys been doing today?
Been playing.
Playing with friends?
Yeah.
Pretty fun, huh? What do you got, Eve?
Mommy.
That's for Mommy? Oh, yeah, Mommy's birthday's coming up.
Yeah. And Mama.
All right. Megan is on the last piece of wallpaper.
Well, yeah, second round.
That
This was like the first piece I put on, or one of the first.
right, when you did it, but we're kind of redoing this part. She is. But I think it looks pretty dang good. We got put the shelf in.
Thanks for doing that, Mike.
And I think this is a cool piece of furniture.
I think it's beautiful too.
Someone's gonna like it.
It was red, and then somebody started painting it black and never finished. And so it was just partially red and partially black, and then that's the state I got it in. Also the state of North Carolina.
Yeah. And now it's all green.
Yeah, green and aged.
Looks good. Over here we got some of the books packed. Amazed at the amount of books we have.
Every time we move, my book collection is in danger.
I know.
Says, do you really need all these books?
I know.
Every time.
I go through the same process.
Same conversation.
And Megan just says, just pack them. We'll figure out what we need after we get there. The next place. And then we never actually take the time to figure out which
Well,
ones.
because I actually want all the books, I'm just,
It's your way of putting off
the shuffling.
It's like a dodge and weave as far as...
Isn't it bob and weave?
Whatever. Here comes Jude. And there we go. It is done.
Alexa.
Look at that.
Oh, it's really pretty.
It looks pretty good. And then
I like that it's It's like kind of old and aged, and then this beautiful peekaboo surprise of this beautiful
Yeah, that's fun.
paper. Okay, we're back at the house, and the primer's done in here, and I think our goal for this... What was that?
We're gonna paint it.
Our goal for this evening, oh my gosh. Our goal for this evening is just to get this room painted, just because it's been a long time coming. And so Mike, over here, I actually put some primer on the floor, just to see.
Oh.
I think that we'll do that.
What do you mean, do what?
Well, I think we'll just do around, do a couple feet in around the whole room.
Oh.
So then when we put the rug down, because it might be like that for 6 to 8 weeks or so, you know?
All right.
And if we didn't, we'll be like, why didn't we do that? We've hated it this whole time.
Yeah.
So this room has no lights. So we brought a ring light over. And also, one of our neighbors just likes to watch everything. And she's like legit sitting at her window, so watching us. We're like on stage right now.
Even though we also have the camera on.
That's different. All right, so we're gonna start painting and having a good time. Okay, well, it's 10 p.m. and we got the first coat on, and I'm surprised at how well it did cover, and I'm definitely liking the sheen. I like the way it like absorbs the light and it doesn't reflect it. But
Look at all those drips.
if you look here, all these drips I left when I painted the brick. But this wall is coming down.
The walls are Jericho, right? Coming down.
So
That is not.
I know, but
They're probably gonna be less noticeable.
we'll put some pictures up and you won't notice it.
Like
Table in front of it.
We'll put pictures everywhere.
Yeah. So that's it for now. We also did a lot of this room, but just got to the point where it was late and that had to be good enough. But it looks a lot better. And if only I hadn't painted the brick on here, the wall would be really smooth like this one. But the brick was sure fun. So we'll be okay. And that's it. It's been a good day. We've gotten a lot done. And it'll be fun to keep sharing it with you guys. I think are we gonna come back tomorrow? It's my birthday.
It is your birthday.
But we might have to, we'll see. The next time we're here, whether it's tomorrow or the next day, we'll be finishing the rest of the painting.
More?
Probably be able to finish the walls because we did that in a couple hours. We can do the rest of the house in a day.
I think so.
We won't be doing the bathroom. And then I've been avoiding the kitchen because oh no. I'm gonna have to think on that. But anyways, thanks for coming along, guys. We love you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Head over to our website, follow us on Instagram, all that good stuff. But have a great day.
See ya.
Bye.